A girl and her boyfriend were driving by a highway service area when they accidentally caught sight of a heartbreaking scene. On the open ground of the service area, a puppy and a kitten were snuggling closely together. Their fur was dirty and matted, and their eyes were full of helplessness and panic. It was obvious that they had been wandering here for a long time. Staff at the service area also said the two little ones had been cruelly abandoned here by their former owner. Upon hearing this, the girl's heart ached at once. She couldn't help squatting down and gently petting the puppy. Surprisingly, the dog was extremely gentle and well-behaved, with no wariness at all. It was as if it had endured all the hardships of life and cherished this sudden warmth deeply at that moment. The girl made up her mind to take them home no matter what, but the kitten was still very alert, sitting aside and too scared to come close. Just then, her boyfriend found a clean cardboard box, carefully picked up the kitten and put it inside, then placed the box in the car. The puppy was quiet and sensible, so the girl had no worry of it running away and let it sit in the car directly. In this way, the car carried the two helpless little lives away from the service area and headed for the pet hospital. While the vet was giving the kitten a full-body checkup, the puppy squatted quietly beside them, staring intently, fearing that the kitten would get wronged in any way. Fortunately, both little ones were in good health and only needed simple deworming and grooming care. Since the girl has been busy with work recently and hasn't prepared all the pet supplies yet, she could only board them at the hospital temporarily. Also on this day, the girl named the gentle puppy Xiaoqi and the sensitive kitten Yuanyuan. Xiaoqi had a mild temperament and quickly adapted to the new environment. But Yuanyuan was timid and cautious, always looking gloomy. Every time this happened, Xiaoqi would stay by its side silently, protecting it with its tiny body. The bond of relying on each other through wandering hardships and never leaving each other's side is enough to bring tears to people's eyes. The next day, when the girl opened the cage door, Xiaoqi couldn't wait to pounce into her arms, acting coquettishly and rolling around, showing its soft belly, trusting her without reservation. It had already regarded the gentle person in front of it as its only reliance for the rest of its life. Then the girl put a leash on Xiaoqi and took it out for a walk. Now Xiaoqi looked more and more confident. The cat was very slow to warm up, although it wouldn't scratch the girl. The girl could clearly feel that Yuanyuan lacked love and a sense of security, so she wanted to hold it more often. She comforted it softly, feeding it little by little, trying her best to melt the ice in its heart. At this time, Xiaoqi always stayed by Yuanyuan's side every step of the way. As long as Xiaoqi was there, Yuanyuan would feel a little more secure. The girl tried to take the two little ones out for a walk together, but Yuanyuan still seemed extremely restrained and nervous, refusing to step on the ground and walk on its own no matter what. The girl felt quite helpless too. So on this day, she specially brought a small doll for Yuanyuan. The little one seemed to like holding the doll very much, sleeping soundly and sweetly. Every day after that, as soon as the girl got off work, she headed straight for the hospital. When the cage door opened, Xiaoqi would always pounce into her arms to act coquettishly. At the first moment, it would even secretly feel jealous. When the girl petted Yuanyuan, looking cute and heartwarming, Yuanyuan still had a bit of a cold and distant attitude. But the girl couldn't figure it out, no matter how hard she tried, why two little ones with such different personalities would rely on each other through life and death like this, never leaving each other's side. As days went by, the girl and her boyfriend came to see them every day, comforting them gently, taking Xiaoqi out for a walk to get some fresh air. Yuanyuan also gradually became willing to step out of the cage, trying to interact with other kittens, no longer as tense and anxious as before. Finally, the day came to pick them up and take them home. At first, Xiaoqi was so excited that it spun around in place, but when it actually got in the car, it suddenly quieted down. Lying motionless on the seat, its eyes filled with confusion and unease. It was afraid of being abandoned again, afraid of being separated from the kitten beside it, until the door was gently opened. The two little ones stepped into their truly own home. Xiaoqi looked around curiously. When it entered the room and saw the warm little nest prepared for it, its eyes lit up instantly. It finally understood. This was no longer the service station, no longer the cold cage, but a home where it could live in peace from now on. Because they had just been dewormed and couldn't take a bath after getting their vaccinations, the girl used a soft glove to wipe their bodies little by little. Accidentally, she found Xiaoqi had many already scabbed wounds hidden on its body. No one knew what it had gone through before, but no matter how much suffering it had endured in the past, from this moment on, they would no longer have to wander aimlessly. The girl soon noticed that when she cleaned the room, Yuan would be afraid of the broom in her hand, scared to hide in the corner. When the girl tried to get close to it, Yuan would jump back to Xiaoqi's side immediately. It was obvious that only by Xiaoqi's side would it feel safe, and Xiaoqi would always stand guard beside Yuan tacitly, as if silently saying, "Don't be afraid, I'm here." Now Xiaoqi had long regarded this place as its real home. It became more and more dependent on the girl, sticking to her every step of the way, following her wherever she went, always snuggling into her arms. One night there was a violent storm, with thunder and lightning. Yuan, who already lacked a sense of security, was so scared that she kept crying out. It was a shadow left by her wandering days. The girl came to her side, stroking her gently, and comforting her softly. Xiaoqi also stood guard beside Yuan, licking and comforting her over and over again. This scene made the girl think again of the way they had snuggled up to keep each other warm at the service station. Just like this, under the protection of the girl and Xiaoqi, the ice in Yuan's heart melted little by little. She gradually became lively and cheerful. She finally understood that she would never be abandoned again, never have to sleep in the open and eat in the wind again. The little dog that had been silently guarding her would always stay by her side. That kind and gentle girl would give them a forever home.